Now we're going to look at what you can do with major scales. I've had instructors tell me learn the major scales before, but then I just practice them and it's good for manual dexterity, but then I really didn't know what to do with those scales. So I'm going to try to show you what you can do if you know the major scales, and it's quite a lot. So I'm going to flip to the C major page here, and then on this thing called a chord jig, I've got the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B. The key of C major has no sharps and no flats. So just C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And then what I did with the pentatonic jig was for all the different keys, I went through and I put in where are the notes from the corresponding major scale. So for the C major scale, where are those C, D, E, F, G notes? So I can look here and see like this D, for instance, is on the 3rd string and it is on the 2nd fret. This F over here is on the 2nd string, 1st fret. This C way up here is on the 2nd string, 8th fret. So I can find those notes all over the place, and I can play major scales all over. So if I want to play this C major scale, I can go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, which would look like this. We got that C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So that's all there is to making a major scale, which lots of folks know. But the thing that was coolest for me in discovering this way of organizing all the information here is that if you take those notes and you take just certain groups of those notes, like C, E, and G, if I take the note C, E, G, that's going to give me a C major chord, which is the root chord of the key of C major. So all I'm doing here is taking these do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti notes, which all sound familiar to us and all sound good together when they're played. And you can turn each of those notes into a chord, and then those chords all sound cool together too. So if I want to turn a C note into a C major chord, I need to add the notes E and G to my C. So I just want to play C, Z's, and G's. To do that here, I can see how can I just play the notes C, E, and G on the uke fretboard. So I can leave this 4th string open because it's part of C, E, G. 3rd string I can leave open because it's part of C, E, G. 2nd string I can leave open because it's part of C, E, G. But this 1st string, I don't want the A, and I don't want the B on the 2nd fret, so I need to add this C note up on the 3rd fret. So all I need to do to play a C major chord is go open, 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 so G, C, E, and then I want to hit this C note right here. And there's a C major. It's easy. And then you can also find C's, E's, and G's all over the place too and build chords all the way up a fretboard. So if I want to play this C up here on the 5th string, on the 4th string, 5th fret, you can maybe find the pattern yourself. C, E, G, C. So if I come up to the 5th fret, and then I go C, E, G, and then I'll bar these two guys with my 1st finger. C major, C major, C major. So you can build chords all over the fretboard when you know what notes you're trying to build. And then a lot of the positions that you see people play way up on the fretboard are all kind of easy to discover. Here's another one, E, G, C, E on the 7th fret. See if I can show you that. Oops, sorry about that. So you can play these chords all over the place. So I just turned a C note from the C major scale into a C chord. If I want to turn a D note into a D minor chord, I just need the notes D, F, and A. So I come down here and I find where can I just play D's, F's, and A's. I don't want the G, but A is good. I don't want the C, but D is good because it's part of D, F, A. I don't want the E, but this F is good. And then A is just fine because it's part of D, F, A. So if I just play A, D, F, 2nd fret, 2nd fret, 1st fret, now I've got a D minor chord. And listen to the sadder sound of a D minor. Again, those two chords sound nice played together because they are all part of the same key. Then E minor can be built the same way, E, G, B. An easy one for E minor is leaving the G open, and then on the 4th fret of the 3rd string playing E, G, B going down, 4th, 3rd, 2nd frets. That'll give me an E minor. That's E minor, D minor, C major. One of the most common progressions in Western music is going from a 1 chord to a 4 chord to a 5 chord. So playing C major, F major, G major. So building an F chord is the same, F, A, C. I can play this A here. I can play C here. I can play F here. And then A is good because it's part of F, A, C. So and a F minor or an F major chord is pretty easy too. So we got C major, F major, and then this is G major. The notes G, B, and D, which you can see up here. G, B, D gives me a G major chord. And so I just played G, D, G, B. Okay, a little triangle. If you play guitar, you'll notice that's just like a D chord on guitar. But if I put those 3 chords together, C major, F major, G major, back to C major, they all sound nice. C major, E minor, F major, G major, there's A minor, A, C, E, so I got A right here, and then C, E, A. Listen how nicely that 5 chord comes back to the 1. The 5 is the G major in the key of C. G major, if I said that right. So it's the C major is the 1, F major is the 4, G major is the 5, and that 5 just makes you want to come back to 1. And that's the same for all different kinds of music. So if you can find the major scale, then you can start building chords all over the place. If we went to the key of G major and wanted to do the same thing, you have all the skills to do that. You want to play the 1 chord as a G major, G, B, D. We already saw that one earlier. The 4 chord in G major is a C major. We already saw that. The 5 chord is a D major, D, F sharp, A. Here you can play A, D, F sharp on this, all on the 2nd fret on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, and then you can leave that A open. I have kind of a bendy first finger, so I just bar them like this. If you have skinny fingers, you might be able to put them all together that way. But we got G, C, D, G. And then that E minor still is going to sound good in here because it's part of the key of G major. So it's the 6th chord of G major. So anytime you play any of these chords, the diminished is a little rare, and unless you're playing a lot of jazz music. But if you're playing a lot of country or popular kind of music, you're going to see these chords all grouped together a lot in a lot of different orders. And so if you can figure out the key of a song, then you can start figuring out a lot of songs on your own. And if you're not sure about how to find the key of a song, check out my Key to Finding a Song's Key video and see if that helps. But it's just, the short of it is, it's the sound that brings you back to the, it's the root. It's the, so in G, C, D, and this song wants to come back to here. And it wants to come back here. Okay, so it's that tension that you feel in music that our Western ear is trained for. And that tension is all built from the major scale. If I play the C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, feel that tension? C. So it's that 1, 4, 5. And notice the 5 chord. In C major we got C, F, G. Notice that G has a B in there. That's why the 5 chords always like to go back to the 1. They've got that tension note in there, that B note here. Anyways, I hope that was helpful, and we'll have more videos coming soon. So thanks for checking them out, and Let me know if you have any questions. The website is www.fretboard-toolbox.com, and my contact information is on there.